Hello everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to Rollercoaster Tycoon 2. Now, I have to tell you something. I was actually not going to record anything else today. I actually was sitting here just thinking, and I was like, man, I should totally just call this a day. But then I got so stressed out about something that happened to me today that I was just like, no, you know what, Mike, you gotta do something to calm yourself down. And I thought to myself, you know what is the best course of action to fix this problem? None other than jumping on Rollercoaster Tycoon 2 and just playing it for a little while. You know, if I just play this game for a little bit of time, I'm sure everything will turn out just fine, you know. How are you feeling? You're not very happy. That's not good. So I found out something very, very interesting today. I was looking up vandalism prevention techniques, and they say that angry guests are what cause it. It's not random like I originally thought, and like most people thought. They actually say that in most cases, if you can find a person who's upset about something or another, then you'll probably be better off. And they also say that putting drink stands near places where, places where people can get sick and stuff is a great idea, because apparently people will buy drinks when they're sick, and it'll help them not be sick anymore. I don't know if that's true or not, but you know, it's a cool thing to learn. Alrighty, so another thing I learned about is this system right here. These people are going to be in the queue for a very long time. Thankfully in this game it's not a big deal, because we have the queue TVs, and so it's not a big problem. But something that I've heard is if you see a bunch of thoughts that say, I've been waiting for this ride forever and a day, then you might want to change the queue length for that ride. Which thankfully that ride seems to be okay. So it's okay, but see, like this right here, we definitely don't need that big of a queue line. See, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. How many can fit on this? 16. So we only need a line of 16 people. So 13 was in that line. 14, 15, 16 right there. So it seems to be filling up pretty quickly, so it's not a problem. We won't have any issues with that. Alright, do I have any other drink stations? I don't, so I'm going to be forced to put one that we've had before. Guests are complaining about the disgusting state of your park. Okay, so that's another thing. That causes unhappiness, which leads to people fucking up your stuff. Alright, let's stop making coasters for a little bit. Now, according to another research thing I did, at this time, we can probably put our interest to about $35, not a problem. They say you never want to put it above like 50 bucks because logic is that most people don't have that much, so it's best to leave it at about $35. Now, another thing that it says is this park type really fucks you over by saying everything is forced to be free because you're not making money. Like most of the time, you're sitting around waiting for money to be made. That's a problem. You don't want to be sitting around waiting for money. So, all in all, that really jacks you over. I don't know why that is glitching so bad over there. But let's take a look at these roller coasters. So, tall, non-inverting roller coaster with large drops, high speed, and comfortable trains. Okay, whatever. Hills of over 300. Yeah, looping roller coaster. That's one I wanted to build. Have I built one of these yet? I haven't yet, have I? No. Okay, so we have a roller coaster near the park entrance, but they say that it's actually a good idea to have more than one. And seeing as how we don't have a need to do. Yep, that's not gonna work. There you go. Not that spin. There you go. Alright, that should probably do just fine. Alright, that'll work just fine. Put the exit on this side. Okay, so here's something I want to show you. Although we can't make money off of this, what we want to do is we want to put this in, power launch without passing station, right? And we want to put it about 42. And as always, like they said, it's best to save it before you do this just in case it blows up. Ooh, that's not fast enough at all. Here's something they warn. Over 50 miles per hour starts putting the intensity up really high. So, you don't want to do that if you can help it. But in order to get it above that, I had to, so it should be okay. Since there's no turns in it, it won't have lateral G's at all, so it should be fine. Ugh. Okay, good. That should do just fine. Let's get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That should do it. You want about 8 or 10 spots is what they recommend. Any more than that and you've gone way too far over your limit. So yeah, just keep that in mind, that you definitely don't want to do something like that. And another great thing about this is that it gets people excited as they come in, so that's why it's a good idea to put something like this here. Oh, and you might want to give it a name too. Alright, so another thing you want to do is put it for wait for a full load, and have about 10 seconds. And since it's one of your most popular ones, have it inspected every 10 minutes, since it's right at the start. And because you're going to do that, you want to hire a lot more mechanics. Now, here's what they recommend for mechanics. For every ride, you want at least 2 mechanics. And if you want to go nuts with the thing for it, one such thing that you can do is you can put like a couple of them to only be at the exit of that certain ride, right? And have them come over and look at it the second it happens. So, yeah. Now, I love this thing that this guy said. He was like, I wish you could set it up so that it was like almost every minute or so that the ride gets checked once it gets to a certain age. And, you know, all in all, that does sound well and good, but realistically, it's really not. And it actually says that you should not have every single one of your handyman have a path. You should have the majority of them walking around. So yeah, we have more people that are pissed off. So that means we need to search this and find out why they're mad. Okay, so we have a bunch of people that are sick. Yeah, that will make them upset. Let's see, I need to go to the bathroom. Okay. It says if you ever hear that, then that means you definitely do not have enough bathrooms. Thankfully, bathrooms do not affect your overall score, having like a fuckload of them. So, build them to your heart's content wherever you want, is what I've been told. In fact, in some places, it's actually better to just build one near the exit of a ride that makes people sick. Because just like the most obvious thing, which is, you know, throwing up, they will also want to use the bathroom if they, you know, come from the thing. One such thing was really funny that I read is apparently, like, if you can find the person that is upset fast enough, which is really hard. Like, let's see, can we see any angry people in here? No? Not really, but what's funny is, like, you can see people that are, like, extremely irritated, and if you find a person like that, what you can do is you can click on them, pick them up, and throw them in a place where there's a bench that you don't care about and have them just destroy it, and apparently that makes things better. Kind of an interesting little thing, but I don't think it's really that great of an idea, and I don't think it actually works either. So, I don't know, but that's just my opinion. So yeah, you definitely want to put a lot more benches around, especially if people are like wandering around, because that can help them feel less worried about being lost as well. And as long as they can see rides from like wherever they're lost from in this one, it's okay. Reliability's dropping down. What else just broke down? Okay, 5 minutes. We'll find out by this. Alright, so we need to change this to every 20 minutes. Mechanic 2 is heading for the ride. It says if you want to have a little bit of fun, you can put names for your mechanics, but it's really not worth it because it's harder to micromanage them if you do that. So I wasn't trying to be like all stipulated for you. Like, I'm not trying to, like, you know, give you a whole bunch of tips and tricks and blah blah blah. I just wanted to tell you what I've learned recently because I was like, you know what? I wonder if there's anything else I could learn that could really, you know, help me out with this. And here's something that I learned, which is pretty neat. Coming to here and put some like cool little designs next to the queue if it's taking them a long time to get through the queue, and it will actually make them feel like they aren't waiting as long. You know, because they'll be like, oh, that's so cool, next to their, you know, queue. In fact, this queue line right here is probably a little bit too long. So here's what I recommend you do. Yeah, now you're probably thinking, oh, Mike, isn't that kind of stupid because it forces them to walk that way? Yes, I'm afraid it is. But there's nothing else we can really do right now about it. So it's like kind of a crappy system, but it's the only way to keep them from being like, I've been waiting in this line forever, you know. Yes, that is a pretty popular ride, and a lot of people ride it, but it's best all around if you just say, whatever, it'll be fine, and leave it like that. Rides like this actually don't even need a queue line. Like, for real, this queue line here, should be more like this, from what they're telling me, because this ride takes so much longer. The top spin. Oh yeah, this little gem of a ride. We're gonna put it right here. Put the exit in front of this guy. And we're gonna put the entrance right here. 'Cause I got an idea. Alright, so we want to put this one in intense mode. And open her up. Wait, what's the wait for full load? And wait about 20 seconds. And every 20 minutes. Never ever put it on never unless you just really want to see yourself get fucked over. Trust me. 2, 3. I think that should do it actually. There we go. Oh great. Someone who needs a pee that's getting on this ride. At least I think that's what I just saw. There's no need for a cash machine because people aren't really spending much money here. So I get that bathroom going. It's not near the exit, but it's at least a pretty decent destination away. Alright, so how's everyone feeling? Okay, we still have way too many people saying they need to go to the bathroom. Ew, that path is disgusting. Alright, so here's something else I learned. If a path is just totally gross, and you find yourself staring at it for too long, hire another handyman. if someone gets to it at a decent amount of time, you're okay. You can keep things going. So, yeah, that's something for you guys to keep in mind. Man, I already feel like we're almost out of time. What was the goal for this, anyway? Year 3, 1,100 guests. Well, there's no point in bringing anybody else here. Speaking of, we don't have anybody over here. Since this place seems to be a place where people are getting sick, we want this guy over here. There we go, just like that. That is a pretty long path as well. Remember, as I said, having that drink station is actually a good thing, because if they make it that far and they're still sick, then they will actually buy a drink most of the time. Yeah, see how thirsty this guy is? Yeah, he's most likely going to buy a drink. He's also starving, but they won't buy food whenever they, you know, are... are coming from a ride most of the time. There we go. That's probably a banner that says "Don't go this way," isn't it? Oh well. Alright, so how many people are hungry right now, I'm sure? Lots. Okay, so we have... How many food places do we actually have? We have a hot dog stand, ice cream, sub sandwich, cotton candy, chicken nuggets. Okay, so... Let's see, what else do we have here? Candy apples. Not really something I would consider like super great for food items, but people would buy it, I'm sure. Especially if they're hungry, you know. Yeah, speaking of moving parks. There's supposed to be a way. So, like, I heard that in this version of the game, there was supposed to be a way to have someone come over and fix the ride, but it doesn't look like it's working. Here, switch it to 20 minutes so he's forced to come over. What are you talking about? Why is that? Oh my god. We're out of thrill rides, aren't we? Shops installed and gentle rides. Now, actually, I need to end the episode, but there's something else I want to talk about in the next episode, so I'll be right back.